Okay, to get this steering wheel out of this Jeep, we're gonna need to reach these three different holes. You have these, one on the bottom, one on this left side, and there's one on the right side. And what you need to do is, if you can see the metal pin, that metal pin needs to be pushed out with a flat screwdriver. It needs to be pushed outwards. And see, it's sitting inside this, I think it's a rubber, kind of a metal type of a deal, or lock, and you just need to put a screwdriver right between this metal pin right here. And as you can see, I'm just pushing it to open, and there we go. It tries to go back, but once you push it out, you see it's out, and the steering wheel actually opened on this side. So you have to do the same thing for this pin here, the same way. As you can see, there's a middle pin right there, the same thing. You have to use a flat screwdriver and get it between the metal pin and the lock, and I just pushed it out. See, the bottom is out too, and you need to turn the steering wheel to the other side because you need the last pin right here, and same way you need to push a flat screwdriver right underneath, and it's almost out. It's not out yet. And once you pop it out, you see it actually pops out automatically. And again, always disconnect the battery before you disconnect these two connectors for the airbag. Out of safety reasons, you don't want these blowing up in your face. And these you just push on the sides here. The two side pins right here, one on the left and right sides, and the same thing with with the black one. You need to push the little pins, and the airbag is out, and you need to make sure you put it back where it was in the middle. Just in case you don't want to make a mistake and let the clock spring move. The clock spring has only a couple turns left and right, and you don't want this to start spinning freely because it will break the clock spring inside. The electrical tracks will break, so you need to put this back where it was in the center. And if you want to take the steering wheel out, then obviously you need to you need to disconnect this actually right here off the clock spring, and you need to use whatever this thing is. It looks like maybe like a 15 bolt to take the steering wheel out. Okay, you want to take the steering wheel out. You need to disconnect this piece right here. That's the connection to the clock spring. These are the airbag wires. You just need to make sure they go through the hole when you take it out. And now you can release the steering wheel. The way you release it is with this bolt in the middle. It's 13 millimeter. And I'm gonna use an impact gun because it's faster. Once you take it out, I'm gonna advise you to make sure you mark this wheel where it is, because sometimes these wheels have a little notch that you can slide it back in. You cannot make a mistake. Possibly, you see the one on the top here. This is the notch in this case. It's the little flat space where the teeth stop and there's a flat spot, and then you have the little dot on the steering wheel. But this is your guide of how this is supposed to go back, and I'm gonna anyway mark it again just in case. And again, this is what I'm gonna mark. You should not be able to make a mistake, because this steering wheel will only go if the flat spot matches the flat spot on the center, in the center shaft. But anyway, just as a guidance, just put it there, mark it, and you can use a black marker, whatever. And once this is ready, then you can pull the steering wheel, if it'll come out. Okay, I need to use my two hands because this looks like it's stuck. Or no, actually, yeah, it's coming out. Once it comes out, get the wires through, leave the steering wheel on the side out of the way, and you need to make sure, this is the most sensitive part here, this clock spring must stay where it is, because these spin very easily. You wouldn't even realize. You're gonna get out of the car, you're gonna touch the wires, and it's gonna spin. So you need to make sure it doesn't spin, and it needs to stay in the same place. So I need to find a way to lock this. It looks like I can put something right here and just lock it in this place, or maybe I can just put a piece of tape across and just lock it in one place. If you're going to replace the clock spring or this mechanism, this is what you need to do. Actually, if you're replacing it, you don't need to lock it. You need to lock it just in case you're replacing maybe something small. Sometimes just one of these can be replaced, and then you can put it back, unless you can just replace this by itself while it's sitting here. It looks like maybe that's the case because it has a bolt here on the side, so maybe you wouldn't need to take it out. But yeah, in my case I need to lock this because I need to take this whole mechanism out, and I'm gonna reuse it.